For anyone considering migrating their Darwin from Darwinex Zero to Darwinex, it's necessary to understand the importance of maintaining a similar leverage between the two accounts. This is so that the Darwinex Risk Engine can quickly adapt to the new account and the performance of the Darwin won't be adversely affected by a big difference in account risk. Often, this can be achieved by doing nothing more than carefully adjusting your position sizing strategy. Let's take a look at a few examples so you understand how to do this. In this first example, let's consider that in your Darwinex Zero account, you traded with an average position exposure of about one lot. This could have been a single position of one lot or made up of multiple positions totaling one lot. We'll also assume your account size was approximately 100,000 USD in virtual funds. If when you migrate to your Darwinex account you decide to fund this with 10,000 USD, your new account size will be 1/10 of that previously used, or in other words, a factor of 0.1. So to maintain the same leverage, you'd need to also adjust your position exposure by a factor of 0.1, meaning in this case 0.1 lots. So the simple rule here would be that you'd continue trading exactly as you were before, but now each position you open will have a position size 1/10 of what you would have used previously. And if you do this, you'll maintain a similar leverage and everything will go smoothly with the migrated Darwin. It's worth noting that you shouldn't worry too much about trying to make this calculation more accurate because of different currencies. This isn't necessary. So for example, if you're switching from a USD account to a British pound account, just take the size of the accounts ignoring the currency. The Darwinex Risk Engine has a high tolerance, and it will very quickly adapt to small differences in leverage caused by currency conversions. During the migration process, if we consider it will be possible to maintain leverage simply by adjusting your position sizing in this way, then you'll see this message. This will often be the case when you've used a high enough leverage on your Zero account and your new account is of an adequate size, making this approach possible. However, if instead you see this message, then it means that because of the level of leverage you previously used, in combination with the size of your new account, we don't think it will be possible to maintain leverage in the way I've just explained. But please don't worry if you do see this message. We have a solution so that you can still safely migrate your Darwin. But first, let's briefly explain the primary cause of this issue. Here, the difference from the previous example is that the usual position exposure on the Zero account is less, 0.1 lots instead of a whole lot. Furthermore, the Darwinex account is now smaller at just 1,000 USD instead of 10,000. Both of these factors will contribute to the issue of not being able to maintain the same leverage. So let's run through the same process as before. The Darwinex account size is now 1/100th the size of the Zero account, meaning a factor of 0.01. If we apply this to the position exposure, it results in a required exposure of 0.001 lots to maintain the same leverage. And this, of course, is where the problem lies, because on most assets, the minimum lot size possible is 0.01. But by trading with 0.01 lots, firstly, it means that you'd be using 10 times the leverage, which wouldn't be good, but even then, you'd only be able to open one position. So in conclusion, in this example, it's not therefore possible to maintain the same leverage by adjusting position sizing alone. But as I said, there's no need to worry. We have a solution. If you do get this message, then watch the additional video we provide a link to in the message, and this will fully explain the process to resolve it. Alternatively, you can click on the card top right now to watch the same video. If you have any further questions not answered in these videos, or any other concerns about the migration process, you can contact our friendly, professional customer service team at info@darwinexzero.com.